I can roll on the table if you like and just give a question.
Yeah, I'll probably take the table again.
Yeah, it took a little.
Yeah.
The table is neat, not gonna lie.
Oh, okay. This is an interesting. If your character had time to pick up any artisan's tools, game set, or instrument, like that kind of thing, what would it be?
That is very interesting. I'm gonna have to get a list real quick.
I mean,
Yeah, it's
some
quite
people.
interesting, actually. The games and things that you would get in Kiga, it's like I haven't really discussed that yet. It will come up in future games, but it'll be interesting to see what you guys say. What are you gonna say, Sakura?
She already does calligraphy and tea making. I don't know. She might. No, she also does origami. What are the options, really?
Well, yeah, I mean those are pretty good options. I think you've already you're already pursuing a lot of those things. Most samurai would have to do some kind of calligraphy. I mean that's how everyone writes. But yeah, what would you pick up as like a new hobby that maybe Sakura hasn't actually had time to check out yet?
Well, are there any special ones native to Kika?
I mean, there's a couple of board games like Dragon Chess is pretty big. Go is another one. There's Yeah, I mean those kinds of games you probably have seen people playing them like around the school, especially in Toto because it's the war games are quite popular, but maybe that's something you've never actually had a chance to try out to learn.
Maybe a strategy game. Something like chess,
Shogi.
but like the Keegan equivalent.
Yeah, they play Dragon Chess. I mean, it's the same as
Okay.
D&D, basic D&D Dragon Chess.
Yeah, I think June will probably pick up mahjong, just so she can mess with whoever she's facing.
Oh yeah, that that fits so perfectly. I can picture June like turning herself into like an old man to go and sit at mahjong tables just to mess with people.
I can just turning into that old dude from Dragon Ball and just sit there as like, yes, just act like an old just that one old dude, and also minor illusion, major illusion, just mess with everybody's pieces.
Magic and board games, that changes things quite a bit. Just oh no, I had the right cards this whole time. What about the rest of you?
Probably Weaver's tools. Can make armor, but he can't make clothing. So we'll make something better. No, a cape or something.
Yeah, Jerry's got the armor now. He needs accessories.
Yeah, shit. Who's gonna make Sakura's clothes for her once her Jisan dies? That's also another option, but she's probably avoiding that one.
Hey, I've got some cool magic kimonos that I'm not really sure how I would give to you. If you want to try and craft them, I would be totally in for it.
One year is proficient
Uh,
in Weaver series.
I'm not sure there's any weavers schools in Toto. Maybe somewhere else in Kiga, but I feel like in this in this particular city that might be frowned upon, there's the one tailor. Although samurai armor was pretty fancy. And also, I mean, every piece of plate you see would have like little rope and string and things woven through it. It would probably be a good skill to pick up. What about Seto and Astraea?
Seth would probably dabble in the alchemy. I mean, if he can, probably not probably herbalism, not alchemy. I mean, if he can find something better to smoke, why not?
Why find when you can make something better to smoke?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Just mix and match stuff in order to get some better tobacco.
Yeah, I can
Trial
totally
and
picture
error.
Seto
Maybe
with
get
one of
to
those eyes.
the Cuban cigars or something. Old-fashioned way.
From
Yeah, that's
Cuba.
something Seto would do.
Wow.
Have you ever seen people make bonsai trees out of weed plants?
That's sick. I want to get
Yeah,
one
you
of
can
those.
stand it here.
Yeah, I was hoping there would be a GIF. I couldn't find one, but that's totally what I can picture Seto doing. Just keeping this thing perfectly trimmed, one of those magical plants that you found underneath.
I actually think there is in Scary Movie 2, the black guy, he basically has like wheat plants that is like bonsai size. Oh.
Yeah, that sounds like it would fit pretty well, but it's a real thing you can do. It's pretty cool. And what about Astraea? I haven't heard from her in a while.
Well,
Holy shit! How did you? Sorry, just that's basically the plant in the Japanese background.
You're welcome.
well, for Astraea basically, her little, shall we say, time being petrified has basically made her understand sort of like how people who gets revived after, let's see, say some months or years feels, and why many wizards are pretty protective of their familiars. They most likely want to outlive them.
Yeah, it's quite an interesting thing. I was thinking about, like, Astraea was having trouble with the void ring, and then she literally got to experience nothing for a couple of days. It's like, it's probably actually pretty good training. Ultimate meditation, just being frozen, feeling absolutely nothing.
There is a better training, though. I can't recommend it unless you don't mind spending like what would amount to a millennium or more.
Not actually jumping into the void.
Or a place with basically where there's no time. There's only
Yeah.
you and basically survive.
You know, if you make it out of that, you're definitely going to be some sort of enlightened monk, for sure. But yeah, I think that's everybody. Who would like to give us a recap? And apologies for my neighbors again.
No problem. I gave last week's recap, so I'm off hooked this time.
What happened last time? What happened last time? Oh yeah, we had. No, we basically discovered that Yuki being brought back had left him a bit brain damaged, or something of brain damage. So pretty much worse than a toddler. He had, I think, the skeleton's mimic. So basically spoke in like bottle or whatever it's called.
Charades.
Yeah, and we decided to go back. Just showed him to the general, who he wasn't too happy, since it sounded like the Daichi wouldn't be happy about well, his son is alive, so that's progress for us. He usually kills his sons, leave them for dead. But it sounded like it was the same. And then some went shopping, and what's he called? Jerry, he basically spotted like Sakura with a lot of things and got June some old diamond dust, while Desnia, he learned her lesson and basically checked the bows to see if they were wrong, while the others shopped. Then we went on and read Astraea and Mary, and we learned that apparently Astraea looks different compared to how Desnia knows. And I think we then went to get something to. That's where we start.
Yeah, and that is where we will rejoin you. I think you went to go and sit back down at the kitchens. It is about 10 o'clock in the morning, and yeah, it's the city's bustling. There are a lot more people here than you have seen in the past couple of days. It seems like most of the summer armies are back, and there are a lot of people in the kitchens. But you managed to get a table, and yeah, the morning is yours. What do you guys like to do?
Well, Reyes, you'll sit down and say, I guess I owe you an explanation. Since Desnia is correct that I look different last, or when she last saw me, and yet I don't look much different compared to when you last saw me. Unless once at her eyes were pupils, or no, not her pupils, but her iris is icy blue, and a pupil is like yellow with like green leaves falls from. And she says, "Yeah, that's most likely Lulu reminding me promise I made while there's a little movement, and this and that was how I looked back when I was with Disney. So after my travels, I a place where I almost died, but saved and brought to a safe place. And I woke after blacking out. Looked like now minus of thing with dice.
So it turned your fur white, Zio asked.
Yeah, and also my skin got a little bit more dark. Yeah, I don't know what caused it.
We've all gotten a tan, but damn, that's messed up. So good to have you back, Australia.
Jin is looking at Astraea with her new persona, with a very blank stare, and just says, "Cool story, bro."
Oh, is this new person? Did someone else die and had to replace them?
Jin is looking at the rest of the party at this point.
Well, we found her in the mines, and long story short, she's our friend now. The end.
I also saved their lives a couple times. And of course, nearly got torched in lava. That was pretty fun.
Seto will pipe up a little bit of a tobacco in his pipe, and he's just gonna lean back and say, "Well, that over there is June. Uh, we went to the mountain in order to try to find I guess, a cure for your and Mary's situation, and in the process, a lot of stuff happened. Yuki fell, so did I. Then we both got back, even though one of us is a little bit more roughed up. But June was one of the keys to bringing you back. So I guess if you want to, thank anybody, you should be thanking her. She did a marvelous job with the dragon and overall. I think you're gonna like her. I think you're playing instruments as well, right, June?
Yeah, I play it here and there.
Yeah, I think you both are gonna have a blast. Maybe.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know if I like Astraea very much. I don't like anybody very much, to be honest.
Yeah, we figured that.
Sakura will look
Uh,
she's sad.
if you intend to stick around during, I think it might be a good idea to go and introduce you to Daichi, see if we can officially add you to our little group of adventurers. That is, if you intend to stick around.
Daichi's the big man, right?
Well, yeah,
Sakura will say,
yeah.
Sakura says under her breath, shitty fucking bastard. I mean, yeah, the head around here. He's yes. And then she'll just ignore the topic.
June stands up at this point and is like, I'll pass on that. I've got some reading to do as she starts walking away. Mata nene.
What time is it? It's
Bye-bye.
morning, right?
Say again, Seto?
It's morning, right?
Yeah, it's now about 10:15.
I guess Seto will also pipe up and raise from the table and just say, well, there's a lot of catching to do, but it's also best to, I guess, use the day. We have a meeting with Daichi later, right, Z? I guess we can kill some time. Jerry, want to go with me? I was thinking about going to school for a bit, right? We haven't been there for a while. Unless you have some other plans.
When is the meeting with Daichi?
In afternoon? It's like 10 a.m. right now, so who knows?
Yeah, well, I think we should give General Mac a chance to maybe explain the situation with Yuki before we go marching in there. Might give him a chance to clear his head and not take hours. So yeah, heading there later is good with me. I could probably also use some training today. How about you, Saki? You gonna be heading to the school?
She nods.
Right,
I
we can
guess
go.
we can meet at sometime. Oh, whoa, sometime. Sunset, and then proceed to see the Daichi and see what happens after that, and I guess talk about how do we get our rings tomorrow, or whatever we do next.
How long will it take to fly to the mountain back? Like back to the mountain?
What is your fly speed?
40 feet?
30 feet.
40 feet. Let's see.
It would take you quite a little while to fly up there, probably about 4 hours.
Yeah, never mind. I'll go train with Seto.
Don't lose a hand. Get disarmed.
Just ignoring. and go to school.
Sorry, no, it's 4 hours to walk up there. It's
No,
it
we're
would only
training with Seto. I'm not going to mountain.
yeah. Sorry, I was just trying to work it out, but it's in miles and it messes with my head.
Fucking
But
Americans.
it's like I can't if I put it into kilometers, then I have to work out your speed in meters, and it's like just makes everything complicated. So yeah, you guys can head over to Satsujinki and to the Gaijin school.
Yeah, the forge wouldn't load for me for some reason. Just staring at blank this whole time.
That's weird.
Does it say that I'm there?
No.
No, it doesn't.
I'm watching the stream for now.
And Astraea, she will be doing something else. You'll be.
Funny enough, June
Okay.
is hitting that though.
So June's heading where?
Yeah, I'm gonna start reading my Tomb of Understanding to try get that extra +2 to wisdom.
Okay, cool. So you find a nice little quiet spot to read, and Astrea's heading to the library. Z and Sakura heading to uh, the woman's school. Cool. Okay, so you guys can do that if you're spending the whole morning training and whatnot. You can add that to your downtime. I'm not sure if we ever actually did that for you. So did we add your downtime?
For June.
No, not for June, but well, June's not a trainee right now, so
Sweet.
but for Sakura. Um, are you there, Sakura? Okay, I don't know where she disappeared to. But for the rest of you guys, you can mark off as a downtime activity. I've actually almost forgotten how all of that works. It's been so long. But one of the other things that you guys can now do as a downtime activity is enter the fighting pits. This is, it's not going to be a full map. It's just the way that it actually works in, I guess, the Dungeon Master's Guide. There is actually, as a downtime activity, there's a couple of roles you can make. I'm trying to find it, but if you guys want to enter the fighting pits at any point, you can do that. But for the big tournaments where you can actually become the champion, those will be the special events.
Ready?
Why is Seto bleeding?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I guess that time of the month.
God damn.
Okay, cool. So, and Astraea, you are going to the library. So, what are you looking for in the library?
I'm looking for the quest books. The books are fighting.
Okay, cool. So you head in then and speak to them. I just want to check. Yeah, has everyone got their downtime activities? I've heard no responses.
I have mine.
I'm trying to get mine added.
Yeah, when it managed to load up, I'll edit.
I'm on 4 out of 22. Gonna take a while.
Oh, that's interesting. That what's that Astraeus uses a different one than Desnius, who apparently faster to code than Astraeus.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't find what I did with the one map. Here it is. Okay, so yeah, Astraea, as you make your way down into the library, you see that the librarian is standing behind a desk, busy going through some papers, and she barely acknowledges you as you walk in. What are you doing?
Oh, testing a new cantrip I learned. I point my finger at greeting and use a message.
She kind of looks up and looks around and goes, "What the hell? Was that you?"
I does like what's called like a nonchalant bow, where he basically does like a huge what you call huge like movement with your hand and bows. Yes, that was me. I thought that was the quickest way to get you.
Ah, well, there's no one else here. You can use your voice. That fucking telepaths weird me out. Well, yes, I haven't seen you in a while, ma'am. How can I help you?
Well, I was wondering, thing hey at the library. Has there happened some things? What day is it?
It's Dev Day today. You don't know what day it is. Doesn't matter. Look, there's these shelves here. Are you're welcome to browse, but um, around the back we've had some problems with books that there seem to be a couple of mimics. Yeah, it's a whole problem. We're waiting for someone to come and solve it. I've put out messages, but I've been waiting a couple of days now, and no one's arrived.
Well, guess I can help that. Gods and mimics.
She chuckles and goes, "You all alone? You think you can take a whole room full of mimics?"
May be a little messy, but
I mean, you're very confident, miss, but I must urge you to reconsider that we've had a couple of samurai go in there already that they came running out of there like, I mean, I understand that you think you're tough, but ready? Just all on your own?
still,
You
I
can give me a persuasion check to try and convince her to let you through, if you like.
Okay, why didn't that send to? Yet, why didn't it? Yeah. Ah. Okay, that was a bit slow, but hey, man, I'm pretty sure. 33. Is that good enough?
Yeah, she'll sort of shrug her shoulders and go, "Oh, all right, if, if you really think so," and she will move over to the door and unlock it, and yeah, she will hand you the key that you just had around her neck and say, "That's for the door up ahead." And good luck, I guess. Yeah, God, I hope I'm not gonna have to clean your blood up off the floors after this. You're sure you can do this?
I'm pretty sure I can. Oh, shouldn't be that hard. I think.
Okay. Well, good luck then. And she will hand you the key and just stand at the door.
Stepping in the room and doing a perception check to see if I can spot the mimics.
Okay, you can do that.
25. No, 15. 15.
Wait, why are your rolls not showing up in the chat?
What? They don't?
They're not showing up for me. Can anyone else see them?
It's a 15 for perception.
I mean, I believe you, but I can't see your rolls for some reason. I can see your chat, yeah, but not the roll. I don't know why.
That's weird.
Okay. Well, hopefully that fixes somehow. Are you rolling with D&D Beyond?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
I
using
that's
Beyond
not
Swim.
showing up. Okay, I don't know why it's not showing up for me. Okay, well, yeah, as you look in with the 15, you see a room full of books. You don't see any books moving or anything, but there are books scattered all over the place. This is really a library. There are a few that are scattered on the ground, which um, you're not sure. A couple of them look eerily similar.
Well, I presume it's those here, like the one that lays on the.
Yeah, those ones all look like they've got the same kind of cover.
Well, I go over and look at the cover.
Okay, and yeah, try and give me an investigation or another perception check, and hopefully it shows up as that.
Does it show up?
Nope, nothing popped. Can you just try doing it with the token?
Yeah, let me. that show up?
No, that doesn't show up either. What the?
Anything either.
Because that's kind of an issue.
True, that's an issue.
Can you see my roll?
I can see yours 17.
No, I can't see anyone's rolls.
Oh,
Oh no.
maybe just probably reconnect will help, but it's a minute of time.
I can see yours, Jerry.
Okay, I'm gonna. Yeah, sorry guys. Okay, so yeah, as
No worries.
what did you roll? Just you can just tell me for now.
14.
Okay, so yeah, with the 14, you can't tell anything different about this book. It just seems like a regular book. It does have a pentagram on the top of it, which seems kind of ominous. Seems occulty.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna wrap it with my one hand, and the other prepare a shocking grasp.
Okay, yeah. So as you grab a hold of it and you lift it into the air, you see the book flap open with a jaw full of teeth, and it tries to bite out at you. You can, but you are ready for it. And with that, you can roll for an attack. Don't roll for initiative just yet, because I will do that once we're actually back in.
That's a 13 hit.
And no, a 13 is going to miss. Yeah, actually, I think we're going to have to take a break because I can't see the map or anything.
Fine.
This, oh man, this is really frustrating. But let's just take a 15-minute break and hopefully I can get back in.
Wait, why did you? Freaking D&D Beyond is weird.
What?
It shows that you rolled 12, but the freaking
Oh! What?
Yeah, but it does the thing where it adds them up instead of showing what the actual result was.
The
Like
result
if
is
it was twice, it just adds the two d20 together. Like you never do that.
like D&D Beyond, you have a game log and it shows like a 12 for Shocking Grasp, and then the Foundry shows 13. It's like bleaching like a fucking mad lad.
oh man, like I just realized something like, but it can't be because if it was, then you should be able to see Seto because I was like, fine, technically, it's deactivated on the campaign page, so it's like that be why it doesn't show the role, but that makes no sense.
No, I had to reactivate it and make you public. Please stop making your character sheets private because then it doesn't connect to Foundry. If you made it private again, then undo that because that's the problem. But I don't think it is because I couldn't see anyone's.
No, it's not. It's public. Should be unless now has been.
I had to go in and activate it and stuff to add it to update the character sheet. I'm feeling we're going to be seeing Disney again soon.
Yeah, I was saying the same thing.
Yeah, probably a bad idea to go into an encounter made by Dev alone. Alone is the key word, yeah.
Yeah, I gave you enough chances to back out.
Yeah.
Gonna have to pull Scooby Doo and run in place.
Come on, map. I think it's almost there. There we go. Fury, are you stuck on the city map?
This music is fucking weirding me out, not gonna lie.
Welcome back, Debbie.
Yes, there we go. Oh, Fury just disappeared.
Let's just try to do a fun roll to see.
Yeah, I can see the rolls now.
Oh, you can see them. Good. Because I was like,
Yeah, there's all kinds of fucked up things happening, but whatever. It's close enough. Your theater's like up in the corner for some reason. Wait, have you got the theater open?
you mean this one? No, I just enabled it. Now.
Okay, try to close it and open it again. Okay, there. Sorry, it had all glitched out for me and was all over my screen. Okay, so but now I don't have a HUD. What the fuck, dude?
What the fuck?
What?
Hey, what's going on? What's going on?
Yeah, sorry. I wish I knew. It seems to have glitched out like somewhere along the line, but I can't quite tell where. Yeah, no, it's taken all my combat options away. I'm sorry. I'm like no idea what the fuck is going on right now.
What you're telling is that the mimics basically just surrendered.
Wait a minute, I see a mimic being added to the turn order.
I see
That's a mimic
3.
now.
You'll
see
probably
things
see
happen.
like 17 based on how Debbie does these encounters.
Okay, now you can roll for initiative. Now this is gonna go, but because I have no idea how it is glitched or what it's doing, but we'll see.
Astraea is about to be mobbed by 3 goddamn mimics. Oh, this can only go well.
Well, at least Astraea dies doing what she loves. Reading books. No way.
Getting eaten by books, yes.
Oh, and it's auto popping out again. This is. Was there an update to
No, at least not to my knowledge. The next update, big one, the 8 or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Is did that come out and it updated and it's glitched things out while I wasn't looking? Because it was working the whole day while I was preparing. But, oh well.
Unless, of course, there has been an update to whatever mod you use. Likely has been.
Yeah, I generally keep them pretty well updated. But anyway, uh, so yeah, we are going to start things off as you've just tried to attack it with a shocking grasp, and you see another book across the room suddenly spring to life and come running across. Oh, can you guys see the combat carousel? Like the little
Now we
pictures?
can.
Yep, I can see it.
Yes, I can't see that now. That's gone. What the fuck? Okay. Okay, so this one is going to rush in towards you and is going to make a pseudopod attack against you. And misses horribly. But that is going to be its turn. And the other one across the room is also going to come and try and help its buddy out as they begin to swarm you. Okay, and yeah, that one can't quite get close enough, so that's going to take us to your turn, Astraea. And this music's just going to be cheery the whole time.
Oh yes, I know it's gonna do. First thing I do is I misty step to get away. I'm needing to basically use the third level slot since I don't have a that. Yep. Then each of the mimic. No, actually, what is the plan to basically get basically the range? The circle. Ah, I hate it.
Once you cast it, it'll give you a place measured template button.
Well, pretty much gonna put a not here gather, which means that mimic will have to make a one save. 17.
Okay, first one failed.
4 die. Third level.
Okay, so one of them passed. The names are going to be the same because I'm just using the one so far. So we'll say that the one right by the door passes, but the other two fail. How much damage do they take?
Let's see. 17 to those that doesn't succeed, and half damage. That would. Yeah. Half of that.
Okay, cool. So
And since there's the movement. It's far away from them.
yeah, you can't. That's you're up on the wall right now. It ends. It ends there. Yeah. So but as you. Oh yeah, okay, because you hadn't used your movement yet. Fair enough.
And
Cool. So
that's where I turn.
okay, so yeah, as you start running off of the carpet, you feel something just snap at your feet underneath, as the carpet is also a mimic.
Everything is a mimic.
Dude, you knew what you're getting at. Like,
Of course, my
You
buttons
see
aren't
that
doing
chair?
anything.
Yeah, that's also a mimic. That table too.
oh yeah, that door as well.
This statue over here. Oh, yeah, it's also a mimic.
I'm pretty sure June is a mimic.
Well, technically, I'm a shape changer.
And yeah, this one is a spitting mimic. As you see, as you run away, that mouth that just tried to bite you spits acid at you. Okay, so I need you to make a dex saving throw.
And I can see. Just make it.
Oh, just made it. So you take. Oh wow. Well, okay. I think I'm just going to use average damage. So yeah, you take half of that. So 16 acid damage, and uh, okay, and yeah, you're just out of range, but you see it start wriggling around, and the other one starts making its way towards you. Meanwhile, the rest of you are enjoying your training and having a leisurely day.
I'm just reading my book.
And yeah, so these mimics start trying to chase, but you manage to get far enough away from them. Are they rotating for you, by the way? Because it seems like a lot of my stuff is not working.
I'm not sure. Really not sure.
But yeah, Astraea, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
What I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna Eldritch Blast and focus all three beams on the carpet mimic.
Okay.
Nice one force damage.
Well, that's only one of the roll.
Yeah, those both hit.
One.
Yeah, that one hits as well. Okay, so 7, 8, 9, force.
And 9 force.
Okay, and that'll take us to its turn, I think, or is that have you got a bonus action?
I got a bonus action exactly, which is Misty stepping there and stepping. Yep. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, so. Oh, I'm gonna. Oh, wait a second. Oh, yep.
Okay, is that your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay, so this mimic, you see the mouth move across the rug, and he's going to try and reach out. When he does, he's gonna. I need you to make another dex save as he spits acid at you again.
Exit.
Okay. Yeah. So you take another 16 acid damage. Look more like a laser beam, but anyway. So that is going to take us to one of the other mimics. And they're just gnashing, and you see these books flapping around like the thing in Harry Potter as they come closer and closer to you. And then you see the chair behind you suddenly turn around and come trying to bite you.
You could have just said that you don't want to play as Astraea.
Nom 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 nom. Yeah, I told you that chair was a mimic.
Yeah, you called it. I was like looking at it hidden there, and I was like, yep, funny. And this one is going to take its first bite attack. I think a 14 misses, yeah.
Yeah, it's a miss.
Okay, and then 2 with its pseudopod. Oh, alright. So this thing just can be lashing out at you from behind, but it does not hit. God, that's loud. Okay, and yeah, up to the top again. Please. This one's going to dash to get to you, but it can't take any attack. This one, however,
And I see an awesome opportunity for Cone of Cold right now.
okay, I don't. That might have hit. I have no idea. It didn't actually show me.
Not showed anything on mine.
Technical difficulties tonight. Okay, it wasn't an 18 to hit. Here we go. Okay, and you take 8 bludgeoning damage. And yeah, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
I see a lot of mimics. Like, very. Hmm. Door is open, so I should be able to see it, correct?
Yeah, you can see
Then?
you can see that just that sliver that you can kind of see with your character vision.
Perfect. I'm gonna use. Then I'm gonna misty step to door, basically to door. Target, basically close it. Target then is like need a little more help to that.
Okay.
And don't tell me the door is a mimic.
No, you managed to lock the door again as you kind of hear a couple of books clamping up against it on the other side um, before it starts to go quiet. And yeah, that'll take us out of combat as you do not get that experience. No, you did not do that.
Well,
And yeah, the yeah, that brings us up to that. Sorry. the the librarian is standing there as you open the other door, and she goes, "Oh, well, you look a little bit worse for wear. Did you take care of them?"
hmm, it seems like every time I attacked one, another one just appeared. So I think I'm gonna need a little bit more help. That
She sighs and goes, "Well, I told you so." And she walks back over to the desk and carries on with her work. Let me know if I can help you find any books, or when your friends get here.
oh
So,
yeah, do you have any books on the clans, the great clans of Kiga?
sure, let me help you have a look. And she leads you over to one of the stacks, and we're going to jump over to everybody else. So, um, yeah, as this has been happening, oh, fuck, I've lost the clock as well. Yeah, okay, so can anyone else see this?
I can see the what's called the city map.
Yeah, same.
No, but I mean, can you see the time?
Yeah, yeah, the
Yes.
top.
53.
10:53.
Yeah, because I need to advance that quite a bit. But, well, I guess it won't matter. So the rest of you guys have been training while all of this has been going on, and it is now, it's probably about an hour more than that. So you're looking at around midday, where everyone is now starting to take a break from their training, and everyone's breaking for lunch. But yeah, you guys can mark off a training session each. And what are you guys doing? Are you going to spend the whole day training, or are you doing something else in the afternoon?
I'm just reading, man.
Sakura wants to talk to Seto about going through the portal.
Okay, are you going to go and find him, or
Yeah.
okay, cool. So yeah, you can head over to the Gaijin school, which is just outside the city. You see there is a whole massive like army of skeletons that are busy sparring with samurai, and there are tons of them. You can see that this is quite a massive training ground, and there are a lot more samurai that you are used to. But it's normal for this time of year, and you see Jerry and Seto have just finished a little sparring session and are now currently just walking away, maybe getting some refreshments. I don't know. What do you guys do?
Probably just taking a break, I guess.
Yeah.
Are there, is there anyone like by the gates? You know, the little door place, entrance area.
No, well, the gates to the outside of the city were open, and then this is quite an open plan thing. You can see them training outside in the courtyard. There's no one stopping you from entering.
She would have greeted the guards at the gates as well. But yeah, she'll sort of go in and bow to everyone in her way. Just quite like if they're facing backwards to her, she'll just quietly be like Sumima-san, and she'll eventually get there after politely trying to get through the skeletons. Um, And yeah.
You guys see Sakura busy bowing to a couple of skeletons as she walks in, and it's quite obvious that Sakura's walking in. You can tell from a mile away.
Oh boy.
I just whispered. I just whispered to Seto, "What the fuck did you put in the tea?"
She's just trying to be polite. She just wants to. She doesn't want to just like push through them. So she's bowing to them while just quietly saying "Sumimasen" and hoping that they let her through, and she doesn't have to say it loud. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, bear in mind this is outside of school, so even the students here are pretty rough. Like these are not the guys that are coming to get your tea. They train inside the city. These are the weird looking like all sorts of different species. There are big ones, small ones, all kinds of strange characters here, and they're all watching you walk into the place.
Yeah, that's why she's like walking quietly, trying to be polite, just trying to keep down low, but it's not working because she's like trying to be polite to literally everyone she sees. But if she says excuse me to someone and they don't move, she will fuck them up. Just saying. She has no fear of fucking people up. But she's being really polite. She's saying excuse me. She's greeting people, bowing. But if she says excuse me and they see her and they acknowledge her, but they don't move or they try to stay in her way or say anything like bitchy, she will fuck them up.
No one is saying a word. They're all just looking at you like kind of amazed. They completely take your respect to heart and they let you pass. But it's kind of like you're walking through a corridor of giants and like with complete confidence. But they're all just staring at you as you make your way towards Seto and Jerry. And yeah, no, it's a good display.
Oh, if they're all moving out the way, she'll walk through them with her chin high. Um, quite proud of herself.
They're all looking impressed, but also like they also think they could squish you. It's not like you both have confidence from both sides. But you have Seto and Jerry. You see her arrive. What do you guys do?
Yeah.
Just realized Sakura is the splitting image of Tiger
Yes.
from Toradora.
Just remove the orange and make a pink.
Yeah, she's literally Tiger. God damn it.
Oh my goodness. Well, yeah, she's short. She can be violent. I see it.
There you go.
Yeah, she'll make her way through the crowd. Well, the not crowd, the corridor.
As Jerry makes a remark and Seti chuckles a bit, he's gonna approach Sakura and he's just gonna look at you and say, "What, Saki? What brings you here? It's not like you really need a close combat training."
She'll like cheerfully say, "Oh, hiya!" And she'll like try and reach up to pat Seto's head, but I don't think she's quite tall enough.
Yeah, probably not.
She's a small being. Even on her tiptoes, she just like it doesn't work. But yeah, she says, I have something important to discuss with you. She's responsible. She's almost 16. She's becoming older. responsible and dignified.
Sure. Do we need to go somewhere, or are you fine talking to here?
I feel like there are many eyes upon us at this moment. This
You
is
say
about
that
to be
you peer over and see a bunch of these like big-looking thugs and a couple of skeletons all busy staring at you.
Yeah, I'll just turn around quickly and say, oh, if you'd ever like some tea, I make some really nice green tea, and you can find me in the kitchens in the mornings. I hope to see you there. And then I'll just drag Seto off. A very
There's a couple
sarcastic
of
thing to do.
there's a couple of murmurs in the crowd, but yeah, you managed to drag Seto off into a more private area where you're not entirely sure what it's used for. It looks kind of like where you practice archery, just clean wooden floors. There's no one in there at the moment.
Okay, sure. So, I I think I want to go through the portal. I want to use my blood and see where it goes.
Is there any reason, or are you just curious?
Well, I don't exactly know my history. Well, my blood history, I suppose.
Oh yeah,
I never
I
met
feel
my
it there.
parents. Yeah, I never met my parents, and my OG-san never. He refused to ever tell me anything about them. So I'm really wanting to see where it goes. Hopefully, I can find something out about myself in the process. She's quite awkward. She doesn't really know how to ask about this.
Well, Seto's gonna place his paw onto your head, and he's just gonna have a gentle smile, and he'll say, I understand what it's like to not know, but I'll just warn you that what you find might just confuse you more. But sure, if you want to go, I don't have anything against it. I guess we can just move in the morning, or do you want to go tonight after we meet Daichi? Because I mean, if me and G actually lives through Daichi, but it might be okay.
Um, I don't really mind. I just need some help asking the party, and I want you to be there as well. You're like a big brother to me. So if you're there, I'll be fine. Um, and if Daichi decides to kill you, I'll kill him. Don't worry.
Oh no, that's not necessary. Let's just, if somebody hears you, like, let's just not talk about stuff like that because it might get us both into more trouble. I think it's gonna be fine. I do believe that. I think he's got a lot more. Uh, I think he's got bigger plans for me. So I don't think he's just gonna off me that easy. But let's just see how it goes, and if he's got any new quests or anything, and if he doesn't, I guess it's up to you. You can go and talk to your Oji-san if you want, and tell him your plans, or we can just move straight away. It's gonna be your call. Whatever you decide.
Sure. Thank you. And you'll get a nice hug. Um, and I guess she'll say maybe the morning is better.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll see you at dinner, and then we might gonna see whatever happens, and we can ask the party if they want to come along. I do believe it probably would be a smarter choice to have at least Jerry with us. You know, like, yeah, you know what he's like. Always a good asset to have him around.
Mm, she'll nod and say thank you, and then wish you good luck with your training, and
Thank you, you too.
go and make the
And then you said you're going to go and make what?
um the lunchtime tea.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and you can both get inspiration. And yeah, you can make your way into the back towards the kitchens. You can see that they are filling up again. People coming for lunch. Some people still there from breakfast. Uh, and you see that June is still there. She's been reading her book most of the morning. June, what are you busy doing? You see,
Who's approaching me now? Sakura.
yeah, Sakura's just heading back to the kitchens.
Yeah, I look up at Sakura and I'm like, "Hey, Pipsqueak, what are you up to?"
I'm making my tea.
Ah, make me a
Would you
cup.
like some?
I enjoy it. I enjoy your tea.
Thank you. I've been told it's the best in Toto.
Well, considering the lines of people that go and have to get your tea, I wouldn't be surprised.
She smiles and she'll put extra effort into your tea.
Aww.
So also at the same time, Astraea, you would have found a book about the clans and been able to go through it. You'll get an advantage on your next history check about the clans. But after that, you'll basically have finished up as well by around lunchtime. Are you going to be doing anything else in the city?
Don't think
Okay, you just staying at the library,
so.
or are you heading back to the kitchens as well?
Pretty sure we said something about me, like, so I'm gonna.
Okay, and Jerry, after you, well, Jerry and Seto, you guys are back at your training. Are you going to continue training throughout the day, or what are you doing after Sakura leaves?
Or just back to training for me at least.
Yeah, until we have to go to Daiji.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, then I think we can advance things for about for the next 4 hours. At about 4 o'clock, your training will come to an end for the day, and it'll be time for everyone to meet at the kitchens. Z will be meeting you guys there as well.
How much should we add to the training?
Yeah, so it would be two sessions.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, bear in mind that part of your training is also the actual experience that you've been getting, like that all accumulates.
All right.
But yeah, I mean, for those specific bonuses, then you've got to complete them. But you can always do that after your Genpuku as well. But yeah, everyone meets back up at the kitchens in the late-ish afternoon. What would you all like to do?
Well, I'll Seth will look at Z and just ask her, well, I guess the time of reckoning is upon us. Let's see what Daichi has in store for us.
Okay, so you guys. Sorry, I mean you guys are welcome to to chat, but she'll be like, yeah. I mean, I'm ready when you guys are. I'm sure he's waiting. I think General Max with him at the moment.
I guess we'll move to the main quarters.
Okay, is everyone going through to? So you're going to Daichi's to the throne room, right?
Unfortunately.
On the way there, Jun is just gonna say, "Do I have to speak to this Daichi guy?"
I mean, if you want, we can just say you're mute.
Sakura's like, damn, I wish
Or deaf.
I had done that.
You know I'm very convincing, right?
I know, but if you don't want to talk, the simplest way is just, you know.
No, talking isn't the problem. It's
No,
really
no,
easy,
no,
dude.
you have social
Like-
anxiety, and it's really bad.
Couldn't you literally make yourself look like anyone in this place? I mean, just look like that guy, and then you'll look like you're part of the crew.
Yeah, I guess I could just dimension door out if he tries to kill us. Yeah, that works.
Oh, don't worry, he's not gonna kill you. It's only me and G's head, maybe, since we were responsible to what happened to his son. Everybody else should be fine.
Yeah, don't worry. He likes newcomers. It's our heads on the chopping block.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I will
With
observe.
that, you guys make your way into Daichi's throne room. The fuck is Seto and Jerry up there already for?
Probably since the last time.
Yeah.
No, but I moved you. I mean, the map is different since the last time. No, everyone's scattered. I think it's because I tried to move everyone at once, and then Stesny is back. We're assuming that Stesny is also, she's gone back to her school and she's going to be taking up her training there. So she won't be part of the party anymore, but she's in the city.
Key.
I don't know where Sakura is.
Map issues again.
Well, no, I don't know where you're. I didn't even put a token down for you, apparently.
Oh.
Unless, because that might be why you can't see anything. Wait, is someone? Okay, yeah, you're in now. There.
I think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
Thanks. Just give it a while. It'll get there.
Okay, cool. Yeah. That's fine. We can move your token. So where are you guys? Are you just heading straight up? You can see that there are quite a few samurai milling about in here, probably some of the summer armies. And as you guys walk in, you hear from across the room a cup go clattering to the floor as you hear Daichi shouting out, "What do you mean?" And he's just kind of lost in his own words, now glaring down at the center area where you guys usually meet him. But from where you are, I don't think you can quite see up there.
Well, we're gonna keep moving forward towards him, with me and G holding up the front.
Yeah,
Oh,
Gina's gonna whisper to Seto.
about there is where I can see too.
Gina's gonna whisper to Seto, and she says, "I really hope you like your shoulders because your head is about to leave them."
No.
Oh. We'll see
Yeah,
about that.
Z kind of gulps as she keeps walking forward. Yes, as you guys approach the top of the stairs, you see that General Mac is standing with Yuki at his side, and standing at the base of the stairs, there is another blue dragonborn. This one, like wearing some kind of goggles and just covered in different vials and little like alchemical pieces of equipment. He looks also blue dragonborn, but is busy looking at the situation
That's
as
a
well.
smart boy.
Yeah, Sokra will take great interest in just like Ogle sort of just trying to figure out what all this stuff is. She'll try and talk to him later.
Z looks at you, Seto, and goes, "No, okay." And she rushes over to the other side. And she says, "June, move up, move up. You knew. One to the right. Come on." She just shoves you over.
June is
June.
kind of whistling while this is happening, casually.
She's trying to push you into into rank. She just shoves you. You can, if you want to resist it, we could do a contested check. But
This sounds fun. Yeah, let's make a contested check.
Well, you
What check
know
am I
how she
making?
likes to heal.
What check am I making?
yeah, I'm gonna request it now in the chat.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, no, she's definitely not fucking around right now. She wants to get everything right. Oh, damn it! Be respectful. And then she just stands at attention and gives a deep bow towards Daichi. I don't know why that didn't show up. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so Daichi takes a step forward and goes, "Ah, well, speak of the devil, look who it is. The ones responsible for turning my son into a vegetable. Care to explain yourselves?"
June continues to casually whistle.
Seto's gonna move one step forward, and he's gonna kneel on a one leg, and he's gonna continue by saying, "My lord, it has been a quite precarious situation, as Yuki's life was lost, and in order to bring him back, we traveled into the mountains trying to find the ancient spirit from the myth. And in doing so, we also found the Master Forge, and we have met the Other, who apparently was a dwarven blacksmith that made large mechanical constructions for the Crab Clan in the past. And we have also awakened the spirit. Yuki wasn't the only one to fall, so was I. And I met Yuki in the. I don't know what that was actually. I know that he was approached by. I think he called himself an Archon or something. I don't genuinely know. But as we awoke in the mountain, and a spirit tried to bring back Yuki to life, but in process he destroyed his horn. I don't know how to fix it, but the dwarf told us about the brothers that live near Toto that could help us.
And General Mac speaks up and says, It's true, my lord. I'm sure it can be repaired. It will just take some time." And he looks down at Mac and at Yuki and then back at you, Seto, as he says, "Well, it seems you've brought me both good and bad news. Though I'm curious to know why you thought it would be better for him to be in this state than to have died with honor in battle."
It wasn't.
I mean, looking at him, I can't imagine that this is something that he chose.
That's not. I can't really answer that question. We both met in this weird. I don't know what that was, and we parted our ways. I came back normal, and unfortunately, he didn't. But I genuinely believe that there is a hope. And the Primus. He said that he brought him back to life, but he used the power of whatever that horn actually was. I think it's still better that he was amongst the living rather than dead.
He's, as you're saying this, he's just kind of glaring at Yuki, and I need you to make a persuasion check.
Fuck
Um,
dead.
you can make it with advantage because General Mac is essentially helping you and confirming your story and has been saying similar things for the past little while.
That advantage helped.
I should have given him bardic inspiration. Oh well, forgot to.
Well, there may still be time. As he nods his head and says, "And this forge that you speak of, you claim that it's the old Crab Clan forges that they used to forge the Titans. Are you sure that? I mean, those things haven't been operational for years."
I mean, I'm pretty sure you saw the big black cloud.
Oh, yes, we wondered what had happened there, but
Well,
I've been assured that it shouldn't be a problem.
yeah, it
And
was just a side effect of a giant forge being lit up after a long, long time. And to be honest, as a swordsmith myself, I've never seen something huge like that. That anvil was. That forge itself was bigger than this throne room, probably. It's something out of this world, not really designed to create just something regular as a sword or a katana or. I mean, you're welcome to send one of your scouts there, and he will confirm our story.
you see a sly sort of grin spreading across his face through the rage as he says, "Well, Seto, my boy, if what you tell me is true, then perhaps I may be able to forgive you this transgression. And you see the other dragonborn, he he takes a step forward and he says, "Oh, but father, they've they've ruined my brother. Look at him. He's useless." And Daichi just glares back at him and says, "Well, then it will be up to you to make sure that he is fixed in due time." And you see him like sort of just bitching about it and complaining as this dragonborn walks up to Yuki and starts inspecting the thing in his head.
While he's
And
trying to do this, can Yuki flick him in the head?
yeah, you can, yeah, you can definitely do that as you flick his glasses almost off of his face, and he grabs them in again, and he goes, "Yuki, you little shit! I swear I will." And then he just looks into these eyes. What is? How is Yuki responding?
He's just chuckling.
He keeps on looking, and he goes, "Yeah, I guess I'm sure I could probably figure this out. You said there's dwarves nearby that know something about this."
Brothers Flamelock. And they live near Totem. At least that's what the Hazard told us.
All right, then I'll send some of my men, see if they can find the Flamelock brothers. Original. Okay, well, I will take care of Yuki then, and let's go see if we can do anything about this. Thank you, Father. And he gives a curt sort of bow before taking Yuki and leading him out of the room. So at this point, Daichi turns back to the rest of you and says, "Well, ordinarily that would be a more severe punishment, but seeing as you lot seem to be getting a lot done, and if you have truly found what you say you have, then I would like to see some evidence of it. There are plenty of those titans scattered around near here and in the mountains. If you can get one operational again, then bring it here. But for now, your main objective is going to be uh, getting your rings and not embarrassing me at your Gimpuku ceremony. You understand? If anything else like this happens, I will have all of your heads."
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Would Jin know what a Gimpuku ceremony is?
You can give me a religion check.
Alrighty, and I have the wrong character selected. Religion, there's religion. Okay, yeah, probably not. Never mind.
Yeah, you might not know like intimately, but you know basically you've heard of these sort of ceremonies.
Alrighty then.
But yeah, it's like a graduation. It's basically all you know about it.
Cool beans.
And yeah, with that you see Mac like sort of breathing a sigh of relief, and as Daichi looks across the room and just glares at Z for a moment, like he was tempted, but he moves back to his seat and sits down. As you can see, Lady Sumihime also breathing a sigh of relief. Oh, no.
Oh, Daichi, what are you doing?
Oh no!
He's killing Yuki. Oh my god.
He just misty steps to the other side of the room, whispers something in Yuki's ear, and then bounces back. You didn't see anything. Is there anything else you guys want to say to him, or that you want to do in here?
think so. Anybody else?
Well, Seto would turn around to the party and told them to meet him in 10 minutes in the courtyard. That he still has something to say to the Daichi.
Ready?
Okay.
Begin walking away.
Z will stick around with you if she says if that's okay.
Seto will tell Z that he would rather him to be facing Daichi alone due to the intimacy of the matter.
You hear a voice in your head saying that's a bad idea.
You hear another voice in your head saying, "That's a really, really bad idea."
None.
Seto's not gonna laugh, he's just gonna blank stare.
Sakura's gonna say that she'd rather stay. She won't listen, but she'll stay with her disintegrate at the ready.
Z will take you by the shoulder and say, "Come on, Sakura, just let's not make things worse than they already are. I think we got away with a lot today."
She grumbles, but agrees.
Okay, so you and Z sort of start heading down the stairs. What is everyone else also heading away?
Yeah.
Yeah, like underside of Jarian is like very to have lost that ring. Others.
I'm not sure what equipment I picked up from you, but just give you what I had.
Does that include the secret item we speak about?
Yeah, I don't have it.
Wait, what?
Probably the red dragon mask that's on like 4 people.
Yeah, what do you mean you don't have it?
She gave one for me. I gave the mask to Z, and then she gave me another one, which is the same one.
No, well, you should have one.
Yes, sure. But I gave the one Astraea had to Z.
I think she used it in the battle with the
Oh.
giant titans, right?
No, Z had her own one.
Oh, what?
I gave it to Z.
No, that was a different mask that Z was wearing. That was her own mask. So you should still have the one that she gave you.
So I'm supposed to have. That's weird. I remember giving it to Z, and she told me that we'll talk about like when we met at the temple late afterwards. But she said I have it,
might
then
have- I thought we'd already done that. I thought we actually went through that.
yeah, but yeah, just if you say that I have it, then I just give it to her.
Well, one thing I will do, before I leave Seto on his own, I will say, this is a really bad idea, but good luck, and I give him bardic inspiration.
Thank you.
I'll need it.
Okay, yeah. So you guys managed. You guys all head down the stairs. General Mac he's going to actually go and stand up by. Oh, not all the way up.
He disappeared.
People are mystic stepping everywhere today. Goddamn.
Or maybe someone kidnaps people. And that's the next quest.
Yeah, the ninjas are doing weird things today. But yeah, General Mac goes and he stands back at the top of the stairs, gives a bow to Daichi, and turns around to face you, Seto. What do you want to say?
Well, I'm first of all, Seto's just gonna sniff in order to make sure 100% that nobody of his party is in the vicinity that can be seen or heard. And after confirming that to himself, he's gonna face the Daichi and he's gonna tell him the thing in the mountain is that I shouldn't have been alive at all. Yet what you said was true. Apparently, I do have some sort of divine blood. And I was warned at the time of great peril might be coming. And as Seto is saying that, his eyes are gonna turn from like just blue into the orange red, and his right forearm is gonna start burning. And I'm just gonna chuck a little firebolt into the pretty much any stone.
You see the General Mac and Daichi both kind of taken aback. They gasp slightly and go, "Oh, well, I." And you see they're both kind of at a loss for words.
Oh, you were honest with me so far, so I just wanted to be on a straight level. I don't think that stealing that from you would do any good. And I mean, you already know it. You already knew it, but I don't know where this will lead me. But if one day arrives, I hope that we can have a great understanding.
Yeah, Mac and Daichi look at each other intensely for a second and then back at you as Daichi says, and this impending, what did you say it was? Some sort of an attack?
I'm not entirely certain myself. I know that I was brought back with the purpose, and even though I don't know what that purpose might be exact yet, I think that through the portal we might discover more. We were planning to actually go in the morning through the portal to see even just at least learn something more, and hopefully we'll see where it leads us, but we'll make sure to complete our Gampuku. But I'm still confused myself, to be honest. I don't really know anything. I just wanted to make sure that you knew the truth.
We'll have my men look into the origins of these things. I'm afraid I'm not very well versed myself. There are many mysteries hidden in these mountains. But thank you for telling me, Seto, and I I look forward to seeing the samurai that you become. I think we are going to have some great times together, so long as you can stop getting my sons into trouble.
uh, so say, thank you, my lord. That's all I wanted to say. And I'll bow once more, and I'll start going away as well.
Before you go, Seto, that new one that was with you, is that a new soldier?
Uh, she was one of the she was one of the main actors in getting Yuki back to life. I will take responsibility of her from now on, but I refuse to do so for the pet your son brought. I'm no fond of such creatures.
Never you worry. I'm sure the snake will be at his side, regardless, and we will take care of her. But yes, you take care of the new one and ensure that she knows what to do and where to go. But yes, we'll take her in as an Ashigaru for now.
Understood.
Yeah, you see, General Max say, I will stop researching, my lord, and he'll give a bow to you as well, Seto, as he goes and heads off to start looking into the things that you've just shared with him.
Well, I would be going to meet my party in the courtyard.
Okay, yeah, you guys head back out to the main city area, and yeah, with your heads still attached.
Well, the first thing that I would do, I would just like giggle a little bit. The Seto would then be like, "Well, you see, you're weird for no reason," and I would pet Sakura on the head. And then I would look at the other party and just say, "Well, June, you're officially a part of the army of Daichi Tatsuo of the Dragon Clan. You will be
Yeah.
earning some money." Yeah, that was a proper reaction.
Yay.
Anyway, everybody got some good rest. We have an expedition in the morning.
How tall
Leave.
is Seto?
I think. Wait, I'm gonna tell you right away. 172. That would be 5.8 or something.
Okay. I punch you in the stomach.
I'll firm it. Fuck it.
Huh?
Okay, so just Jerry's as strong as a god right now. So how do you think, Seto?
Not enough to hit him across the courtyard, but enough for him to understand that I'm pissed.
I use minor
Yeah, I
illusion
mean,
to
roll for an attack, I guess.
yeah, let's see what happens.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Shit, that's a 32. Holy crap.
Just look at him. Why did you tell him about the forge?
That's.
Seto will giggle even more. What do you mean, Jerry? You know that he was found out sooner or later, and if we omitted that from him, probably send an entire army against us. Whether you
So-
like him or not is irrelevant. He is our lord.
Yeah, but it's better to give him a forge and arm. Arm is meant for whatever the fuck he wants to do. The man, he's a madman. He's not the leader. He does whatever the fuck he wants for his own good. And just says, "Fuck it, yeah.
True.
Here you go."
Seto will look you blank, just like a point blank. Like, Jerry, you do know that you just described yourself there.
Oof.
What I do is for the good of my people, not for any personal gain. I know they have to get stronger to defend them. So this is what I'm doing. He's just going around killing innocent just to get more land.
I don't think that you should probably base that off unless you actually ask him about it. Presuming stuff is not really the smartest choice to do anytime, Jerry. I understand that you two might have history back, but. I don't think that we can have these petty squabbles at this point. I mean, we've already seen and talked to the dragons, and we've heard the prophecies. You know? I don't know what's gonna happen, but it's better to be prepared. And if time arises and he starts, or at least tries to use the Titans in order to invade your land, I'm pretty sure a lot of the people around you would heed your call and come to help. And anyways, I don't think they can even actually do anything with the forge unless we do them. I mean, you do it. It would probably take years to understand what the dwarf told you. And with that, I don't know how you plan to spend your nights, whether you want to get drunk or something. But please, everybody, meet us in 8 at the bathhouse. We're gonna take a little bit of a trip. I think we'll explain everything in the morning.
And as Seto says bathhouse, I'm basically starting to do the spell to, you know what?
What?
No, I don't.
Really? Straight right here. We're in the middle of the city courtyard. You're gonna take a bath right here.
Well, let's see. A lot of days has been wasted, so of course it's a good time to take a bath here.
Oh my goodness. No, at this point, Sakura's not even gonna try and stop her. She's just like, she's given up on you. A lot has happened, and she's given up. She's given up. Go ahead, take a bath where everyone can see you. She doesn't care. Go ahead.
Well, no one can see her. She's popping up the dome. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna bring you up.
Yeah, you know what? For the most part, I think most of us stink quite a bit. June, smell yourself. Yeah, I stink.
Okay, yeah. So you see Astraea summon this dome in the middle of the courtyard and step inside. What is everyone else doing?
You just get on Spike, say
Okay,
see you
just gonna
tomorrow, and take
take
off
her.
to the forge.
Sakura's gonna have a bath at the bathhouse. You know, like instead of yeah.
I guess Sakura and Seta will move towards the bathhouse, and Seta
June will
would,
follow them.
yeah, Seta would actually look at June and said that, well, you've only been passed through it, but that thing where the portal is, that's actually ours. So you're welcome to go and take a good rest there, and take a bath if you want, and not really be. She's from the other lands. Maybe it's customs different. I don't know. I guess I just move.
She's an odd one, isn't she?
Uh, you can say that twice.
Z says,
She's an odd
Yeah.
one,
"Yeah, I
isn't she?
mean, look, we've been traveling with her for a while. I think she takes a lot of baths. I'm sure she'll be taking another one when she meets us back at the bathhouse. Estrella, meet us back at the bathhouse." As she just kind of shouts back as they're all walking away.
And I shout, I am at the bathhouse!
Well, illiteralism's either going to get her killed or we're going to forget about her. So, and Z carries on walking.
So
Sakura
why
just
did
like,
I
let's just
unpetrify
forget
again?
about that. Good question. But it seems that they do have some strange customs over there. Maybe I should read up on them. Maybe that will give me a better understanding of why she does the things she does.
Sakura, you can give me a history or a nature check.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
You have never met anyone like Sakura, nor have you seen a creature like that even. She is very strange. That is a unique being.
Yeah, no. I think she's just different in the head. Special, very special. Yes.
No, that's Yuki.
Well, that's
Okay.
just you talk about your former commander like that?
Well, I mean, is he in this place to really be a former commander? I mean, can you believe that that's the same guy? You never met him when he was normal. He was fairly good. Um, but you've met him now. Can you see him as a commander? Truthfully,
Well, I mean,
he's very
oh,
special.
he looks dumber than a dumber than a rock, sure, but I'm sure he was a little bit better before he died, right?
Sakura gasps, and she's like, "No, he's special." She's in the mood.
Yeah, special as in special as a rock.
Yeah,
Look, it's really a crying shame. He was a brilliant commander and was a brilliant sergeant, and we're sorry to lose him. Hopefully, that brother of his can fix whatever the hell went wrong.
God damn! Major Domo has been doing stuff. What the hell?
Well, not
oh,
quite.
maybe it was my
Actually, as you arrive back on the Shrine Road, you notice that all the trees, first of all, are glowing. Um, you did see the water glowing the last time you were in the bathhouse, but now, just in this evening light, they are really just, it's as if it's been absorbing that water, and the leaves are really now shining. But you also see set up along this path, there are a bunch of little like caravans and like market stalls almost that people have set up here. It seems like there are a couple of people sleeping inside them. There are some people sleeping in the bushes. There are a bunch of people just lined up here. It seems mostly empty, but based on the structures you can see here, it's almost as if there was some kind of a festival or something going on outside here. It's yeah, hard to tell what was actually happening.
The hell?
um.
Hey, do
Sakura will look
trees
for.
usually glow around here?
Not that I know.
It's a usual thing. Sakura's gonna see if she can see Shiori anywhere.
If you can see what?
The major domo, Shiori.
Oh yeah, did you guys actually? No one ever sent me stat blocks, so
I didn't send stat notes. I just wrote like a whole backstory thing for her. It's in the locations, Seto's bathhouse, and then you've got all the people.
it's in where? On where?
Okay, so you've got the locations, right? And then Toto, and in Toto we have Seto's bathhouse, and under Seto's bathhouse we have
No, where on World
the
and
force. Yeah.
okay, well how am I supposed to know that you put that up there?
I literally sent links to every single one of them when I made them a while ago.
Not to me. I never saw any of those links.
On the group.
Okay, well that didn't. Do you know how many messages are sent on the group? You know what it's like. You look away for an hour and there's 100 messages.
Fair enough.
Yeah, okay. So I haven't set up your major domo and that, but currently it is now the sun has just gone down, so it doesn't seem like anyone's actually um, working at the moment. But yeah, you would be able to find them probably in the bathhouse. You can't see them outside here.
Okay.
But yeah, there are a couple of people sort of sleeping in these little wagons and things.
Well,
It's too soon to be preparing for the festival. I think.
I don't know. Never
Maybe
been
it's
to a
too
one.
late.
Never been.
I guess Seto will go and we'll try and get to one of the trees without waking people up. And investigate it. So she'll go to. Nope, there's things on the other side as well. Oh dear. People are everywhere. Okay, she'll go all the way to the top then.
Yeah, you can give me a
Investigate
nature check to have a look at the trees and try to figure things out. Oh, okay, yeah. You can tell that the the stuff that you guys saw inside the mountain that is mixed with the lava and was making the pools glow in the bathhouse when you came there last night. Um, you can see that the trees have now absorbed that water that is running into the ground outside of the bathhouse and through that river, and you can see that the water itself is not glowing from that part of the waterfall anymore, but it seems like the trees have absorbed it and are, it's like, you know, that water has healing properties. It seems like it's making these trees grow these luminous leaves, like it's a kind of bioluminescence that you're seeing on these trees.
Tiny. Then, we're heading to the bathhouse.
Yeah.
I, sorry, my Discord just glitched out. I missed the last few seconds.
It was
Freya,
mostly
can you
silence.
please like move your map up so I can see again? My map died.
Did I put a party token on this map?
I don't think so.
There is no tokens about party token.
Well, if you're sitting there blind, guys, please just tell me, because obviously I'm not, not trying to blind you.
I'm just making sure. I did say that I'm flying to the forge.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah,
You did
you,
say that.
Yes, you can. Like, my token is here. I'm just making sure.
Well,
Yeah, sorry. I mean, it's you want to keep going off and doing your own thing, so I keep forgetting that's usually not how D&D works. But it's. I mean, if that's fun for you, cool. Um, yeah. So what are you guys doing as you arrive here? You you check out the trees. You kind of figure out what's going on. Jerry's headed off to the forge. Astraea hasn't quite caught up with you yet, although she might be close behind. What are you doing?
I think Sakura will say like let's go into the bathroom. bathhouse and we can ask what's happening here tomorrow.
I think you should probably be the best idea to just go and rest, Sakura. Tomorrow might be a big day. You might find a lot of stuff, you might find nothing. Who knows what might happen, so better get some nice rest and we'll see tomorrow what brings.
She nods.
Jin talks to Seto real quick, and she says, "Hey Seto, can I drop this disguise now?"
And you didn't need to have it anyways, but you can do whatever you want here. You're more than welcome.
She puts the mask back on and returns back to her normal self. Ah, man, much better. So much nicer
Yeah,
to be a nice person. I don't like
yeah,
being bitchy.
uh, just please don't disguise yourself and come to the left side because that would be very you know what I mean.
What's on the left side?
Yeah, it's for the male population, so it
Hmm.
would be a little bit unruly if you came disguised.
Mm, what happens if I swing both ways?
Yeah, Seto, you're the bathhouse owner now. You have to figure out what to do about trans rules.
Oh, fucking sake.
At this point, I I pull off the mask and transform into a big muscular man.
So I'll say, whichever gender you identify with on a particular day, I say you should use that side. Yeah.
Exactly what Astraea put on. That's exactly
Yoon
what's happened.
is gender fluid. So depending on the well, it's even better because you know, but yes, depending on which gender you identify with on a certain day, I think it's fair to use that side of the bathhouse. Um, yeah, she doesn't
Hey,
really know how to talk about this. She's trying.
Are you
June,
guys nervous about this type of thing?
listen. If you talk like a man, if you look like a man, go left. If not, go right. Simple as that. I I don't know stuff like that. I wasn't taught that. Anyways, listen.
Sakura will reply.
Go on.
She'll reply to that with No, I'm not uncomfortable. I'm just not much of a people person. Also, sorry, I interrupted you.
Hmm, hmm, hmm.
Well,
Anyway,
anyways,
the mask back on and makes her way through the lady side.
yeah, and Seto's just gonna tell G and Sakura and June get to bed early, get some good night's rest. I honestly don't know what we might, get tomorrow, but we'll see, I guess. And before he goes, he's gonna hug Sakura and pat her on the head and go to his own side to get some rest.
She'll smile and do the same.
Cool. So at this point, Astraea, after you take your bath, are you going to join them at the bathhouse?
Oh, no, 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 no. That place. So,
Okay, so are you not joining them?
that depends. Hmm. Oh yeah, I have. Yeah, yeah. Let's just find a place where I can sit and read.
Okay, but where are you going? Last we saw you, you were in a courtyard in your own dome up in the middle of the city.
I guess I'm going to the bathhouse. Find a place where I can just read.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you it should be on the map there. Um, and yeah, so is everyone going to take a long rest up there?
Pretty much.
Okay,
Yep.
cool. And then meanwhile, Jerry, what are you doing up at the forge?
What time is it when I get there?
Yeah, I mean it's the sun will have just gone down. It's probably getting to around 8 or so.
Then I'll at least start crafting what I have in mind.
Okay, what are you trying to craft?
Plate armor. If it's not in key, but it's not in Toto at least. Maybe it's in the scrolls. If it exists there.
Yeah, you can give me an investigation check to go through the scrolls and see if you can find anything interesting. I mean, plate armor, you
Shit. No,
not
I'm
not too
talking
hard
about
to.
plain. I'm talking about regular plate armor, not anything magical.
Oh yeah, I mean that with the experience that you already have, you would know how to make a set of regular plate armor.
Yeah, I don't think I found anything special with a 9.
No extra magical ingredients for plate armor. But I mean, you know how to make half plate essentially, so it's not that big a leap.
And I'll
Although, um, actually, unless you want to look for specifically for uh, the the stuff that they were talking about with the Titans, he mentioned armor plating, because then you can give me another investigation, but with advantage.
look. So just another check with advantage, or just roll one
Yeah,
another time.
no, another check with advantage. Okay, yeah, you do find a passage with a sort of picture of what looks like a giant robot that it might be what they were talking about, but it has nothing about making plate armor on there. It's all about just it's like actual the plates are like pieces of these massive pieces of armor, so it's not the same kind of techniques at all.
Yeah, I'll just start making the plate armor.
Okay, yeah, you can start that off and give me a check with your smith's tools.
Let's see if they're on the player. They are, yes. Yeah, okay, I'll try. It doesn't really work on the from the forge. I'll try to do it in the AD Beyond itself, if it's possible.
Yeah, that's fine. You just roll however you can. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, not sure. I think it's because I'm raging. I think I just forgot to disable it. It's still the first roll, so it's a 30.
Yeah, no, I mean, with the 30, you can definitely start hammering out some plate armor. It would probably take you a while, but if you spent the night, you could finish probably in a couple of hours.
Finish making the entire thing.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, the thing is, you are with a 30. That's like, yeah, I mean, you do amazingly, and this is because you're not putting any magic stuff into it. And with the forge that you've got, actually, because it's so huge, you can do the entire piece at once. So you can do every piece of plate in the one forge. So yeah, it will only take you a couple of hours because you're not having to do it bit by bit by bit. You're basically having to do it all at once and then smack each thing one time to get what a blacksmith would usually take hours to stand there hammering into the metal. So yeah, it will probably take you the evening, but you could create a basic set of plate armor.
Okay. Think if I should try something else or not.
Well, yeah, I mean, that'll take you sort of the rest of the evening. If you want to take a long rest and still keep up with everyone else, then that would be all you would have time to make.
Well, I can just take a short rest and nothing bad happens.
Well, except that depending on what you do tomorrow, you might start suffering exhaustion if you don't sleep. Remember, you did also spend the whole morning training.
Yeah, you're right. Fine, fine. I'll go to sleep.
Okay. So yeah, you can all take a long rest then, and yeah, you might still have some time if you wanted to start making something else in the morning before meeting up with everyone else. But you know that they said they were meeting up at the bathhouse, right?
Yeah. I wanted to start because last time you said the scrolls did have something about enchantment and transferring magical properties. I wanted to try something, but if it's just a little bit to start something, I'll keep it for later.
Well, I'm not sure. What are you trying to do? Are you trying to move all of the enchantments on your current armor onto a piece of plate armor?
No, combining different pieces, but for now,
I mean, it's up to you. Tell me. I'm not
I have
rushing
the
you.
I have the health plate of Mage Hunter General.
Yeah. And do you want to transfer? What are you trying to combine?
I'm trying to transfer from the Mage Hunter General health plate to the plate itself, or at least some of the magical properties of it, because it has two different things.
Oh, well, if that's the intention, then it would have been easier even to make the plate armor because you would have already been able to use some of those parts. So yeah, I will say that you'd have time to make that change, but that would be it. I can actually
Yeah.
give you a set of Mage Hunter plate armor.
Yeah, I can edit them manually. It's in DD Beyond. Somebody already made it, all of them.
Oh, well, that was nice. Yeah, cool. So you can turn that, you can upgrade that into plate armor if that's
Yeah,
what you were trying to do.
didn't think about it that way.
Yeah, went the long way around. So yeah, it felt like a smithing montage. Um,
Yeah, then
so
I'm out of time. I'll go meet the others. I'm leaving the. No, I'll keep the armor. I'm not putting it on yet. I'm not done with it.
okay, cool. Yeah, bear in mind that you'll need to use that armor in order to lift the hammer.
Yeah, no, I still have the belt. I didn't move the belt. I still have the belt on me.
Didn't
Like
Wasn't the belt combined in the
it's
armor?
combined with my old armor, not with the. Do I have like everything together now? Like
No,
both
the
of them?
belt.
The belt
The
is on the
belt.
other armor.
Yeah, not on the armor that you just made.
Yeah, I'm not wearing the one I just made. I'm wearing the old one.
Yeah. That's all I was saying.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, are you flying down the next morning then?
Yeah, flying down.
Okay, give me a perception check as you take flight, heading back down the mountain. So what did you get?
19.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, you see something very interesting now that the smoke has cleared and you're flying through the air. You look down into the uh, sort of forests along the side of the mountain below you, and I'm gonna switch us onto that map now. Hold on. Ah, shit. Where did I put it? So yeah, bear in mind you're up in the air as you see this, but you see down in a stream below, along a little path along the mountainside. You see this.
Everything is dark. Okay, now it's
I
loaded.
know.
Now I see it.
What
So you're
the?
essentially up in the trees, but might need to zoom out a bit.
No, I see everything.
Yeah, but also Astraea, seeing as you're doing the
Oh.
stream, was well, everyone
I
can see.
already
Sorry, I forgot.
zoomed out. Get the time up.
That's a big boy.
So yeah, that you see that below you as you're flying over, Jeff.
Yeah, I think I have a bit time to investigate it. Just a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, you can fly down and land there. And is there anything in particular you want to investigate?
Wait, does it seem just disabled or deactivated? Like,
Yeah, you can give me an investigation check. Let's see how much you can figure out. Just
shit.
yeah, you can't quite tell. Although you did see that it doesn't seem to have all of its parts. Like its legs don't go all the way. There's seems to be bits missing. Um, you're not sure if this is a giant suit of armor or if this is a machine. It's hard to tell.
Does it seem like somebody like been here lately?
No, I mean there are the paths here seem like they are used, but probably just by monks and things traveling through the mountains. This is kind of on a little plateau. It's still above the city, but just on your way flying down the mountains to get there. Like that river probably connects the to where the bathhouse is. There's that river coming out on the side, and this is probably the other part of that river.
Yeah, I'll leave it for now. I'll just try to remember where I saw it last time and come back for it later.
Yeah, you can easily just mark it on your map and keep that information for later as you head back to the bathhouse. So everyone back at the bathhouse. It's well, I should have made it nighttime. I mean daytime. Wait, maybe I can. Nah, screw it. Okay, it's still a bit dark. But you guys are back at the bathhouse the following morning, and Jerry comes flying down. What have you guys been doing in the sort of early hours of the morning?
June would begin some early morning reading in that book.
Cool. So you can, because from yesterday as well, you could bring it to a total of 10 hours read.
Awesome.
How much do you actually need for that one?
I need to read 48 hours over a 6-day period.
Okay, 48 hours isn't too bad. But yeah, so you are up to 10. What's everybody doing?
Seto would ask Sakura if she could prepare a little bit of a meal and a tea before we head out, as also as we wait everybody to arrive as well.
She'll happily do that.
Z will come and help you as well, Sakura, with that as she goes, so, you excited to see where this portal's going to lead? Here we're going after yours today.
She nods, but stays quiet. She's a bit nervous.
Well, don't worry, Saki, we'll be right there with you. Can't be worse than a couple of fire giants.
Yeah, fair enough.
So you managed to make some breakfast, and I'm sure make some tea with that, as everyone gets to have some food and spend the morning eating. You all gather together around the table, I suppose, just on any side. It's just you guys at this point.
Is everybody here?
Yeah, Jerry's just arrived back as well. He's just said be right back, but
Well, as we would be dining, uh, Seto would just pop off and said, "Well, Sakura has expressed a desire to spend some time and go through a portal and see where it leads. If anybody doesn't want to go, it's perfectly fine. If you want to come and see where it leads, you're more than welcome to. But who knows where it leads us? It might be dangerous. It might not be pretty. If it's the last couple of portals, they weren't really that easy, and I'm specifically just like sort of telling June as she didn't experience it yet. But that's on our agenda today. If you don't want to, if you have anything else to do, you can do that. But as soon as we're done here, we're gonna go there.
I don't see why not.
Great. Then, chop chop. Eat fast and let's get moving. Hopefully, we can get back before the dark. Are you nervous, Saki?
Mm. She says no, but it's really she says no, but it's just It's really not very convincing.
Well, you should be. You don't know what leads there. You don't know what awaits. Just be prepared for anything, and you'll be fine. And after all, we're all there with you.
Thank you, Seto.
Besides, this is probably a perfect opportunity to get some dirt on you.
I mean, that I don't even know. Yeah, she's pretty nervous. She really doesn't know what she's gonna find.
So you guys finish up your breakfast and head over through the portal.
Pretty
Yep.
much.
Yeah, indeed.
Cool. I'm just gonna put your tokens down here, and okay, yeah, and you guys all make your way um, into the temple. Portal is currently closed, but you can see the a little sacrificial area just sitting there waiting to be awoken.
Sakura will look towards Seto for like the go ahead.
He'll nod.
Then she'll go and yeah, do the thing.
Okay, what thing? What are you doing?
If I'm not mistaken, you have to do magic and blood.
Yeah, from what you've seen, that's how Yuki did it. It was a combination of magic and blood.
She will use well, she'll sort of cut her hand and let it sort of drop to the floor and
Yeah, the blood seeps
use
into
prestidigitation.
it just seeps into the crevices of this, and yeah, what kind of magic are you using?
There'll be a small like gust of wind that sort of yeah, like a calming wind. She'll create that using that one prestidigitation.
Yeah, nothing happens as you cast the wind over it, but Z shouts, I think it needs something a bit stronger than a cantrip.
Let's see. Let's see.
I could cast Cone of Cold and see what happens.
Firebolt! Firebolt!
But look, I mean, I think last time we just had to pump some magic into it, at least a slot. But who knows? The bigger the bang, maybe the further the portal sends you. Who knows?
Yeah, I suppose she'll use fireball.
Atta girl!
You accept back.
Yeah.
And
She'll
yeah, you're casting
she'll
fireball.
make sure that everything's out of the way.
Yeah, you all see as she Sakura cuts her hand and lets it drop onto the altar. And then she just starts conjuring up this fireball, and I mean, Z takes a step or two back for sure. But as you unleash this fireball, you see the flames just explode out in front of you in this massive blast that immediately gets absorbed and sucked back into this what looks kind of like a tree stump. But there is a pulse of magic along with the fire blast, which blinds all of you as you kind of close your eyes for just a second, and then the portal shifts and changes. And I've got to put your tokens down again.
The fuck?
Seashells. It's the three
Wow.
seashells.
That looks
Yeah, so
interesting.
yeah, you see this swirling mass of energy just descend beneath you. It kind of looks like it's expanding and retracting in these fractal patterns, but it seems to be opening this kind of tunnel that leads down underneath you. You've seen the portal used before, where it's made kind of a bridge or an actual portal you could walk through in front, but this seems to be a jump.
She'll back at her party, seeking some reassurance, I suppose.
Well, Seth is gonna approach Sakura and put his hand to her shoulder and just look at her in the eyes and say, well, there's no going back right now. I guess we just take a leap of faith.
Yeah, she'll nod and sort of timidly step forward, um, and go in.
Okay, you guys jumping over the edge.
Yeah, Seth will jump immediately after as well.
All right, and you both just tumble and fall into this spectrum of light swirling around you as just reality seems to start fading around you. What's everyone else doing? You jumping after them?
Cowabunga.
Okay, June goes in, also getting absorbed into this energy. Astraea and Jerry,
I
what do you
just
guys do?
say to myself the shit I do for them, and, and jump there as well.
Okay, yeah, you leap in. Astraea, you've seen everyone go over the edge. Are you following?
What I do is, since I got items back, I've actually boots of levitation. So I basically activate that and use the prestidigitation to basically make it so it seems like I just walk down.
Okay, yeah, you calmly walk down over the edge and towards this light, and then as you get closer, you start to kind of what looked like you were walking downstairs immediately becomes a ramp as you start getting pulled in, and this force is just pulling you closer. But you seem to be floating in this zero G kind of space as you all get sucked into the portal, and um, moments later, after light swirling around you, you are spat out of the portal on the other side onto the floor of what looks like a giant library. This place is just towering up into the sky. You can see it. The shelves do end eventually, but you can't actually see the top from where you are standing. Of course, hold on.
Oh wow, I wonder why it's red. But yeah, that's pretty fitting.
When June arrives and she looks around, she's like, Hmm. All right then. Well, I gotta say, it's not completely unexpected that there would be books here.
The portal's still here.
Yeah, the portal is still there. It's kind of swirling around in the middle of the room like a vortex, and you've all just been spat out onto the floor of this library. That you can see ladders all around you. There are two sets of double doors on either side of the room, at the north and the south. A couple of balconies above you, and it just seems to go up and up and up, like books, more books than any of you have ever seen in your life.
Sakura sort of like looks around in awe, um, but she thinks it might be better to find someone to explain before looking at all the books. So she's gonna try the doors up here.
Yeah, they are locked. As you see that those ones up at the top have got some strange kind of symbols on them. They kind of look like a scorpion, but you're not entirely sure what the hell the symbol is on the door. Big old door handles that just, yeah, this thing seems completely locked.
And I look around the books, like try to
Mm,
figure out maybe what each section of the library is about.
Yeah, you can give me an investigation check.
PM,
It
I'm
looks like
stuck
on
in
the
a
picture
wall.
they have knockers. Can
Thank
I
you.
knock with those? Oh my god.
Yeah, you can start knocking as you start looking around, and you're not entirely sure. You can't find any specific sections, but what you were looking at, it seems to be just one letter, and there are a bunch of books with different spells in them. You can, from just looking around, these seem like arcane tomes. Um, like this is knowledge about magic. Yeah, and Sakura, is you knock on the doors, but you don't hear any response from the side. You can hear, actually, yeah, you can see even up at the top every now and then. You can see one or two monks walking on the levels above. That they seem to be walking around reading books of their own.
Hmm.
And Astraea, you are still levitating, so you can pretty easily traverse up and down these corridors. I mean, this tower of books.
Yep. So I go to the top. It just takes one book and pretty much just sits down like and start reading it. If there's anything interesting,
You're going right to the very top.
right to the very top.
Okay, it'll take you a little while to to actually get up there. What's everyone doing at the bottom while Australia just flies up into darkness above?
I guess Sakura will look to Seto and ask him for some help with the door. She's not great at lock picking, and if that doesn't work, she'll try climbing up using the ladders, I suppose.
Well, I think June probably would be better for that job. I don't have experience, to be honest. But maybe we should try to look away to unlock them. Maybe maybe the entire thing might be just a riddle, and there's some clue here or there.
That's a good point.
But maybe it's just a locked doors in a giant library. Jesus Christ, there's so many here. What the hell?
It's amazing, right? She's
Yeah,
very excited by all these books.
I mean, we just
It's
have to.
pretty.
Saki, we have to pay attention. I think we have maybe like what 8 hours. We should probably be back before that. I mean, we can always try again, but we don't really want to get stuck here.
She nods, and I suppose she'll look around the room, just looking at everything, looking at the floor, the bookshelves, investigating the doors. She's very curious. She's very excited. This is an interesting place.
Yeah, cool. So, as you guys are making your investigations, Astraea, you ascend to the top of this tower of books, and you see that on when you finally reach the top, on either side of the room, there are more staircases, and I'm not sure if anyone's watching the stream
I'll open it now.
because you would see what Astraea is seeing. But,
Two at least.
Holy crap!
but yeah, that is where we're going to end tonight's session. As you guys are all now inside this library, and these doors seem heavily locked. You don't even see any keyholes on them. But this tower of books is yours to explore.
Holy
Oh, but are you sure we have to end here?
Well, I feel like this would be a good point. If you guys are happy to keep going, I mean, it's nearly midnight. I can keep going.
I can keep going.
Yeah, I can definitely keep going.
Because
After
it's
such a
either
steak.
we leave it on that cliffhanger or we keep going for at least another hour.
Sure.
Another hour is good with me.
Okay, well, let's say a 5-minute coffee break, and we will carry on.
Don't spill any on the books.
Cool beans.
Awesome. I'll be back. I'm just gonna get some coffee myself.
I also figured out like the thing, like how we basically do it. Just all float.
Can you make everyone float?
I actually wonder. Let me just check citations. And let's see. So as long as the combined weight of me and the target doesn't weigh more than 500 pounds, I should technically be able, at least, as long as they hold on to me.
Daisy chain your way up to the top, yeah. I mean, that's one option.
There is, of course, other option. The nature of it requires that everybody basically, except for me, I can lift up to a pound. What's called 1,000 pounds.
So what if they objects?
Yeah, basically because you can't apply smite to a gnome unless it's dead. Oh,
We can really just yeet you guys up to the top.
oh yeah. Up.
I mean, Joe could probably throw you pretty far, but that is a hell of a tower. That, I mean, it goes on for at least 500 feet. Okay, I'll be right back.
Perfect. I figured it out.
Hmm?
I figured out how we get everybody to the top.
And how is that?
I get to the top, then jumps down, feather falls, gets down there, then dimension doors someone up. Then we have Jerry. Like, I wonder if Lord Rufus becomes higher, if up, and then June should be able to dimension door the last person up.
That could work. But I think first just let her investigate the bottom. And she's honestly, I'm really not surprised. Well,
I'm back.
yeah, I would be surprised whatever it was, but a library definitely makes sense for her.
There's one place I would have been surprised if it had been
Uh,
Astraea's study, considering that is heavily warded against teleportation.
oh, I said I would be surprised. You know what? Like no matter where we went.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, maybe this place is in the past.
Well, I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, time to figure it out. Is everybody back yet?
I'm here.
It does seem um actually is Matt back.
At least. Station. I'm not sure.
Matt's still muted. I'm sure he'll be back now. So yeah, Astraea, you're going to float back down to everyone once you realize that there's more to it up top.
I actually have a better plan because presume now I presume 500 feet up. I want to see top, then I want to basically get down to them the quickest way. It's a bit risky, but yeah, I always have a backup plan. At once I reach the top, and now I presume there's 500 feet up. I just stop concentrating on the levitate spell and let me fall, and then activate the spell. Just float down, because then I can dimension door one person up.
Can you actually
Okay.
levitate 500 feet? Isn't levitate only levitation? And fly is flying?
No, levitate. You can only go up and down.
Oh.
So yeah, it takes a little while. I think you can go like 20 feet per round or something.
Yep.
So yeah, it would getting down would be much quicker if you just dropped the spell and plummeted for a little bit.
And I do not forget to grab the book at the top.
Yeah, you managed to grab a book.
While they're doing that, I'm gonna cast Detect Magic as a ritual.
Really, it's gonna be everywhere. It is everywhere.
Yeah, no, this place lights up like a Christmas market. It's every like most of the books on the shelves are just glowing. The portal behind you is really giving you some stuff, and you can tell that there is a strong magical source coming from above the double doors on the balcony up top, and also from behind those doors there is a lot of magic, like just everywhere here. But it is the entire room is glowing.
All right, everything's pretty magical, guys.
Sakura sort of doesn't want to be rude, so she's like, "Oh, I see." She'll continue investigating ways to get through those doors.
Yeah, June, what you can tell is that oh, actually, give me an Arcana check.
Thing.
Can I also?
Yeah, you can give me an Arcana check. That'll be slightly different because for June it was to see if you could figure out what all the different colors mean, but you can see every different kind of color for every school of magic. Sakura, you can tell that most of these books they contain spells. They are. It seems like you're only in one letter section. Like you're currently where you're standing at X, and of course I said X, and have to now improvise a spell book that starts with an X. Xanathar's everything, everything ever written by Xanathar is on this shelf. It's there are every spell you can think of. I mean, if you were to sit here for a good long time, you could transcribe quite a few of these spells. This looks like a very interesting library to look around.
Yeah, she tells Seto, I don't think 8 hours is gonna be enough. We'll have to come back here sometime.
Why don't you just take some books with?
No, that's stealing.
Do you really think they'll notice?
Well, I'll notice, and we'll stay on my conscience. How can I ever be a good samurai if I steal books? I have the thought of it.
You can see at this point that there are two monks currently looking over the balcony at you guys and at this massive portal in the middle of the room, just busy peering over, both with books in their hands.
Sakura bows quickly and she's like, "Ohayo gozaimasu!" Like very, very stressed out, hoping that they don't kick them out.
One of them just shrugs and goes back to reading the book in his hand, and the other one leans over and goes, "Ohio, how did you get in here?"
Um, well, I well, I sort of opened a portal with my blood. And here we are.
Wibbly wobbly teleporting magic stuff.
Oh, you shouldn't be able to teleport in here. That's kind of part of the rules. Who the hell are you?
Wibbly wobbly teleporter magic people.
He looks around and looks up at the W section and he shouts. He goes, "You ever heard of these guys?" And another monk goes, "Oh, no, don't think so."
Sakura will say, "Watashi wa Sasaki Sakura desu," and hope he introduces himself back.
He says, yes, my name is Toyama. Please, come up here so we can talk. I haven't seen a fresh face around here in a while."
Yeah, she'll climb up. Well, she'll try to.
There's a ladder right there.
Pardon?
There's a ladder there to the side. You can easily climb up there.
Oh, okay, cool.
Up the ladder we go. Up the ladder we go.
Ooh, a globe.
I just realized you guys can only see one level at a time.
One level.
No, I can see both.
I can see this,
Yeah,
this, and this.
so you can see down. That's pretty cool. Um, I didn't set up for walls like that, but that's very clever. So yeah, Astraea, and you'll also be making your way down now, but you're above them. And Sakura, you notice this globe sitting in the middle of this little balcony, and it is very magical. This is probably what you were detecting up here, June. Is this globe thing? And the monk says, "This is usually what we use for the teleportations, but can't say we've ever had anyone teleporting in so unexpectedly."
Sakura, you got some really nerd blood in you.
She'll acknowledge it because she really doesn't want to be rude. So she's like, she'll ask, what is this place?
He kind of he looks around across the room at the other one and back at you, and you notice that they look eerily similar. Those monks, like they're wearing the exact same robes, same haircut, but monks can be like that. But he says, "Well, I'm not really sure that I'm the person to ask. I suppose you should speak to the lady of the house. She'll be up at the top of the tower. This is a magical tower of her construction. We use it to get around and do research across the globe. But I must urge you to speak to my master. I'm not really one to talk. I'm one of the newer members."
So, as a new
She
member, you don't
nods
know where
and
you are?
asks her. She nods and asks, might you know where she is exactly?
He points up. He says, "She's up at the top, I'm sure. Her quarters are at the top of the tower." June, what were you trying to say?
No, no worries. Was
So yeah, he Sakura, did you hear that?
Yeah, she'll say, arigato gozaimasu, and look towards her party and asks if they're fine with going up.
I mean, we came so far. I don't think we want to go back empty-handed.
June will blow a short tune on her flute and begin just floating up. I'll see you guys at the top.
So what are you casting levitate or fly?
Indeed, levitate.
Okay, cool. So you and uh, Astraea. Oh no, my I nearly called you Slesnia. It's gonna take a while to get that back. Um, but yeah. So Astraea, how long does levitate actually last? Just as long as you're concentrating on
It lasts for up as long as I concentrate, or up to 10 minutes, but since I can cast it at will, it really matters.
it. Oh yeah, you've got the boots. So yeah, for you it's fine. You can levitate wherever you want. And June, you start making your way up. How are the rest of you getting up?
Like,
The ladders.
And you guys climbing up via ladders.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, it's gonna take a little while. Everyone that's flying, you guys are well. That's floating or flying, you guys will be fine. Actually, Sakura, you're the only one that's gonna need to give me an athletics check.
Or I should probably also as well, since I would go with Sakura.
Yeah, but you can basically walk up walls.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
So Sakura, these ladders, you are climbing and climbing and climbing and climbing, and it is getting ridiculously exhausting. Your arms are starting to shake, and as you get to the top of, like you think you're getting close to the top, you can finally see the lip of this shelf at just above you. You get to the top of the ladder, and it suddenly creaks, and you feel it starting to drift and fall backwards. Seto, you're up there with her, but what are you guys doing? The ladder seems to be falling.
Can I get in time?
Yeah, for this you can give me an athletics, an athletics to try and catch the ladder, or are you just trying to grab her?
Either way.
Yeah, either way, just to try and, I mean, you'll be able to hang off of the side of the shelves, but to try and grab this ladder, I'll need an athletics.
You fucking dickhead.
Yeah, just slips through your fingers, and as she starts to fall backwards, um, yeah, you guys all see Sakura fall off of this ladder and start plummeting backwards.
Featherphone.
This-
Okay, I'll
Okay,
have to do
yeah.
that.
So as you fall, you suddenly feel yourself slow as Astraea casts Featherfall, and um, you just drift down towards the portal. But at this point, you are falling slowly, weightlessly. You can kind of try and drift
Nice.
yourself to the um, onto the shelves. If you want to give me a acrobatics check.
So it's like the first modifier.
Yeah, no, you just managed to like float back down onto um one of the other shelves. You kind of stranded on the shelf, but you now you're safe. You haven't fallen to your death.
Yeah, that's always good. And I was like, yeah, but no, we're safer than alive though. You know, you could fight from falling down ladders. Um, yeah.
Okay, so
Her
yeah,
spells
after
are all taxable, mostly. So she's gonna start climbing again.
okay, yeah, and with um thanks to the feather fall, you didn't actually fall that far. So after a little while and with quite a struggle, you managed to get your way back up to the top as everyone has finally made their way to the top of this tower. Well, to the top of the books anyway.
Oh.
Oh, this place again.
Yeah, so you see that there is a beautiful carpet, there are a couple of pillars, and on either side of the room there seem to be little staircases. But yeah, you can now see that even looking down into that tower, you can't see the bottom.
Oh, wow.
Do we see anything up here? Anyone?
No, you don't see any other people now. It seems completely quiet. You haven't seen anyone since the monks.
Sokka goes exploring a bit.
Yeah, from what you can see, there's nothing in this room other than all the books in that shelf and the two staircases.
She decides, let's go to this one.
Okay, so Sokka is heading over that way. Is everyone following her?
Seto would be close behind.
But I'm currently being blocked by a wall.
I think we both are.
Well, don't worry, we're about to switch maps.
Cool.
Into a place where there's hundreds of walls.
Yeah, actually not far. Okay. Yeah, so you guys head up the stairs and yeah, you going, there's a door that way, yeah. So you guys head up the stairs and you open you, you see a small like latch that as you pull it, the door shifts off to the side and you realize that you're actually stepping out of a bookshelf into another row of books overlooking another what looks like small library. Well, not so small, but at least smaller than that massive tower that you just came from.
Filled with books, right?
Yeah, and scary people things.
This continues to prove that you're a nerd.
She sighs. So many god things.
What? Say again?
They look like gods. These things.
Okay, yeah, you can give me a perception check as you come in to see what those are.
It looks like blackness. That's all.
Oh, wait, where did you? What did you do with your?
I don't know. I
Jesus.
stand here.
You, you walked into the darkness instead of up the stairs. You're walking around the side of the map. Just hold on. Okay, there we go. Then
I just realized that the placement on the table is cherry blossoms.
yes, you do notice that. What was your perception? 26. Yeah, you definitely notice the cherry blossom decor is heavy in here, and what you see standing around at the edge of most of these bookshelves are different kinds of suits of armor. They look like they're from all sorts of different places. This red one is a samurai armor that you've seen before. This one is a set of full plate armor. Um, yeah, you can see there are various different suits of armor around, and there seem to be two people at the table at the moment. One guy has got a couple of books floating around him and is busy reading through them, and there is another sort of timid-looking woman with glasses that is busy, like, just leaning on the edge of the table and reading over some scattered papers in front of her.
Hey guys, there's some nerds over here.
you hear a voice in your head telling you to shut the fuck up. And but not exactly phrased like that. Just please do be quiet. She is polite after all. Unfortunately, she doesn't know how to. Yeah, she'll sort of
Yeah, this is a
wander
library.
towards them. Yes, exactly. Exactly. This is a library. She's shouting at you telepathically, saying this is a library, and you should respect the rules. Like this is a very big and amazing library. So you need to be quiet, or I will whack you with disintegrate.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
As you're saying this, the woman at the end of the
Exactly.
table goes, "Shh, this is a library.
No,
Hey,
no,
hey, what the
no,
hell?
no.
Who the hell are you?" And she gets up and
This
she
is
just looks
actually.
terrified.
She actually says this telepathically.
Yes, I'm saying that the woman at the end of the table, she didn't hear any of what you just said, but she's shushing June for shouting out, "Hey guys, there's some nerds over here," and then sees the rest of you and is panicking now.
Um, Circle while you can say "Ohio gozaimasu" very, very hurriedly, quite stressed. Because her friend there, didn't know how to shut up, and now we frightened the um the so-called nerds.
They are nerds. Aww.
She gets up and she goes, "Ah, ah, and then she's just as she's kind of panicking, she shouts to the other one and she goes, "Activate them quickly!" And you see him get up and he casts a sigil in the air, and you see the suits of armor all around just start to come to life and turn towards you. What is everyone doing?
Yeah,
I clear my feet and go invisible.
Sakura will say, please, no, my friend didn't mean any harm. I did tell her that this is a library. Please do forgive her. Um, because there's no
Give
need
me
for
a,
this. I promise we no harm.
give me a persuasion check with advantage, as she's just looking at you, trying to make her own insight.
My persuasion is bad.
Not 20. Okay.
She she looks at you, and you can see her eyes sort of go wide as she adjusts her glasses, and she looks up and she goes, "It's no, wait. Okay, disactivate them, deactivate them." And he waves the sigil as the armor all stands down, and she goes, It's impossible. How? Where did you come from?" And she just comes up closer, like right up uncomfortably close to you, as she's now just staring at you in the face and peering at you through her glasses.
Jin will come out of invisibility right next to her and say, "Man, you really are skittish."
We're not. Look, we're not used to getting visitors in here. Okay, no one's supposed to get into the tower. How the hell did you get in here?
Using her blood.
No. Okay. Sakura will tell you. This time with more force, and it's not often that she uses this language, but you telepathically get told to shut the fuck up. And this should come as quite a surprise to you. You should be in such shock that Sakura used that language that you should be unable to speak for the next hour. There we go. She'll say, she's sort of like leaning back a bit. This is a bit strange, and she'll be like, do I know do I know you?
She just shakes her head and she goes, I can't believe it. No, you don't know me, but I think I might know you. What is your name, Bill?"
Sakura Sasaki.
You just see her the expression on her face kind of go dead. Just this, like, well, Sakura Sasaki, is it?
Yeah, she'll nod.
Hmm.
Just,
And these these are your friends?
she'll nod again.
The other guy across the table pipes up and goes, "This isn't good." And she goes, I know. Okay, all right, Sakura, come with me. I think there's someone you ought to meet." And he goes, "Bad idea." She goes, "Oh, shut up, Sana." And she's sort of stuttering and kind of shaking as she gives a curt nod to all of you as she walks past and says, "Follow me."
Yeah, Sakura will follow. She's questioning this a bit, but it's interesting. And she'll never turn down the opportunity to figure out the mystery, learn new information. So she's just not questioning it. She's just going immediately.
Nerds.
Okay, what is everyone else doing as this woman starts leading Sakura away, and she heads around the corner to another staircase, more of a spiral staircase heading up.
Yes, we follow.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, the old man sitting at the table gives you all the kind of dirty look, but you will turn and carry on up the stairs. Um, adding you now. Sorry, Sakura, can I ask you just to move your face?
Um, my thing is just loading at the moment. Um, I'll do it as soon as it's done. Sorry.
Okay, cool. No, it's fine.
Okay.
The fuck did I pop up?
That was unintentional. I staged the wrong person.
Oh, wait, can you stage other people?
Oh, he staged Ryan.
Uh,
Uh,
yeah, she continues heading up the stairs and just carries on up the spiral staircase, but you find yourselves in in another room, just more books, the more bookshelves, but this time you you can see that they are numbered and they have got different images of the moon in different phases on each of them, of a moon at least. And there are a couple of symbols on the floor that you may or may not understand. I'm sure everyone can figure out what those all are. But yeah, you see this. She carries on, and in the middle of the room there is what looks like a portal. You're not entirely sure where that might lead to. It looks like almost a pool, but it's definitely some kind of portal magic.
hmm. I shall look questioningly at her.
The woman keeps heading up the stairs.
Okay. Continue.
Okay.
She'll follow me. She'll eventually come back and investigate everything.
Yeah,
Keep the mysteries
this
here
is
to
quite
me.
a tall tower that you are climbing here. Goes through very many different levels, but you come out in the next one wait, this one, I actually have a transition. This is what you're busy climbing up into, or you now notice as you come up, and you see out of the windows that you are on a flying airship.
Oh wow.
Is everyone there? No. Okay, so she carries on down the corridor.
Yeah, she'll continue to follow her.
She stops at a door, and you see her knock on the door, and she says, "Madam, I think there may be someone here that you should meet." And you hear from the other side, "Not now. I'm busy." And she says, "I really think you ought to see this." And the door opens, uh, revealing, yeah, you just see this, that she turns and looks at you, and gestures for you to come inside.
Yeah, she'll go inside.
Okay, so as you step into this room, um, you see a woman standing in front of you with long pink hair, that she is busy standing in front of a bunch of research notes. There's a big window in this room with a very comfortable looking chair overlooking the clouds that you can see outside. Um, I take it your map crashed again.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
okay, you. I'm just, yeah. Are you backing out?
Yes.
Okay, so it's all the way down that corridor and then hook it left.
Cool. For some reason, it's saying that I'm colliding with a wall here. I don't think Seto is that big.
And it's because you've got the party token selected as well.
Oh, I wonder. There we go. She'll sort of hover in the doorway.
Yeah, this woman with the pink hair turns and looks, and as she makes eye contact with you, her eyes go wide, and she goes, "Oh shit!"
Sakura will look, not really. She doesn't really know what to say. She's sort of just chilling.
Yeah, this woman looks equally as she goes, "Hi. Well, I didn't expect to see you here. Is this who I think it is?" And the other woman just nods and kind of stands back into the corridor, looking very shy, and they both just look in shock at the moment.
Um, she'll also just ask her, sorry, but do I know you?
Oh, what? Your Oji-san never told you about me, did he?
How do you know about my Oji-san?
She she just looks at the rest of you and she says, "Oh, well, I think you and I have got a lot to discuss. Who are your friends here? Are you all okay? I mean, how did you get in here? I thought this. I've warded this place against all kinds of entry, and we're thousands of feet in the air. I mean, how did you find me?"
Well, we sort of opened a portal with my blood. I wanted to see where it could lead. And it led us here.
She, you see her just kind of look annoyed at herself for a moment. She goes, "Fucking blood magic every time." All right, I that makes sense. There are more effective methods. I should just point out, blood magic can be very ineffective. You never know where you're going to end up. You're just mixing shit together and wondering where you're going to pop up. Okay, I'm sorry. It's uh, nice to finally meet you, I guess. Everyone, please, let's talk across the hall where it's a little less crowded. Or, or actually, you stay here. Why don't your friends go through there? You can browse some of my things. And the other woman opens the other door, and you see that there's kind of a little mini museum in here of various collected trophies and things from possible maybe creatures. You can see winged boots in one of the cases. Just a couple of there's a genie's lamp and a giant wing. There's clearly something some kind of adventurer would have collected. But yeah, as the other woman ushers you all into that room, Anaki takes Sakura aside, and they are having a conversation. What is everybody else doing?
Can Jin quickly make a inside check to make the connection?
Yeah, you can try. I mean, inside check.
Yeah.
They look very similar.
Yeah, as Jin walks into the next room, she'll say, "Hey, Sakura, your mom's hot, by the way," and just walks.
You see her give you a look, June, and the woman looks at you and looks kind of flattered as she, "Oh, nice friends you have, Sakura."
How does she know my name? Um, how, and then she realizes that her name has been used in front of her. It's, yeah, she's still kind of just doesn't really know what to do. So she's just hovering in the doorway.
She she sighs. Are you saying how did she know my name out loud?
Um, yeah, and then she has like a light bulb moment where she's like, "Oh, yeah, June literally just called me Sakura." So she feels a bit stupid there.
She does smile and say, "Oh well, I ought to know it. I've fought against it for so long, but your damn father was pretty adamant. Sure, that old man's probably grown roots in that precious forest of his by now. Wanted to name you after it, and I suppose it's pretty fitting. You do know who I am, don't you? I mean, I assume you came here for a reason."
Um, well, I didn't really know where it would take me. Um, but no, I don't believe I've met you.
She kind of takes a step back and in shock as she realizes that you didn't come here on purpose, that you're just as confused to see her as she is to see you. And she goes, "Oh, oh, my dear girl, Oh, that idiot never explained anything to you, did he? Well, I think there's a lot for us to catch up on, but Sakura, it's nice to meet you. My name is Anaki, and I'm your mother.
And she sort of just looks at her wide-eyed and she's like, "Oh, um, nice to meet you too."
So, I, I mean, I can't believe how much you've grown up. I mean, I'm sorry that this is the first time we're meeting, but we thought it would be better that way. Tell me, how did you get here? You said by blood magic, and I mean, that's quite impressive for someone your age.
Well, we sort of have a portal back home, and we used my blood in it and saw where it would take us, and it was here.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, maybe while you're here, I can show you some more, uh, well, less dangerous methods of teleportation. This baby can go anywhere you want. I I'm sorry, I've been gone for so long. And she kind of steps over to the window, looking out as she says, "But well, I don't know how much your Oji-san told you, but I've had business that needed taking care of. I hope he's treated you well."
Um, she nods and she's quite excited about the learning methods of teleportations. And she's like, "Yes, he's doing well." Um,
Well, I mean, if you were willing to learn, there is so much here that I could share with you now that I have amassed it all. That we've got books on. I mean, I've amassed every single spell known to man, as far as I can tell, and probably more. Feel free to browse the library as long as you're here. I I mean, I wish I could have known you were coming. I would have prepared. But I'm afraid I'm a bit taken aback as well.
yeah, she's still in shock, but she'll thank her. And then she'll remember, oh shit, the portal's not going to be open for that long. She says, well, we can be here maximum of 8 hours. Our portal kind of expires after that.
Oh,
She's
well,
quite sad.
don't worry about that. I can take you back home when you're ready. I'd hate to be doing this on a time limit. I mean, have you got time to stay? I I know that your portal is closing, but we could open another portal easily.
Um, I'll check with my friends. But I think we should be fine to stay the night.
And
Um,
where do you still stay near Toto in the village?
she nods.
Oh well,
And
then it shouldn't be too much of a problem. And she points out the window, and you can see, as you now look out the window, you can see the top of Mount Kaugen and that plume of smoke just ahead in the distance. It seems like you're moving slowly closer towards it. She goes, "I've been heading over there to investigate whatever the hell's happening in the mountains, and so I suppose we could probably drop you back home."
yeah, that was us actually.
No shit. And she laughs and goes, "Oh, excuse me. I wait. You caused that?"
Well, not only me.
Well, oh, what can I say? You clearly took after your mother, and good thing too. Your father's bloody useless. Whatever happened to him?
Oh, I've never met him either. I don't know anything about either of you. But I've been going to the scholar school. I know some magic. I think I'm doing pretty well. I'll eventually be someone my Oji-san can be proud of, I hope.
Well, please, you and your friends must stay for supper. We will prepare something, and I would love to get to know you and just find out what I've missed. I'm sure there's a lot for us to catch up on.
Yeah, Sakura she'll nod and she'll sort of go and she'll be like, I'll be right back, and she'll go to Seto and be like, well, that's my mom. Um, can we maybe stay for dinner? She'll be able to take us back afterwards.
Are you sure she can do it?
Yeah.
Then take your time. I know I would.
She asks Seto if he's okay. He's been awfully quiet today. Well, since
No,
we got up here.
Seto's freaking fine. It's just that I'm fucked. The player is fucked, but the character is fine.
Yeah, I think we've all reached that point. It's almost 1 o'clock, so we are going to end it here. But you will see the other woman lean in and say, "Well, please, everyone, make yourselves comfortable. There will be tea prepared upstairs shortly, and we will have dinner tonight. I look forward to meeting all of you." And she bows and then scurries off towards the staircase to head upstairs to another level.
Oh wow. I feel like that's a great place to leave it. I mean, wow.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, thank you guys. Sorry, that was a pretty